past weeks, Albertans have heard some stakeholders say that only a government-regulated agency can ensure the appropriate controls for the imminent distribution of cannabis. Done properly, the legalization of cannabis presents a remarkable opportunity to create jobs without sacrificing safety. To the Minister of Justice, given the AGLC reports 98% compliance for private liquor retailers, what evidence is there that private distribution of regulated substances such as cannabis are better managed by government?
Great question.
The Honourable Minister of Health.
Much. I'm happy to take the first one. I'm sure the Minister of Justice can reply in detail to the remainder. But Albertans have a very clear choice. We are giving them an opportunity to provide that feedback, Mr. Speaker, and we welcome the voices of all. I'd love to know where all members in this House stand on these issues, Mr. Speaker, and they certainly have an opportunity to give that feedback clearly to the public. But we are taking the information that all Albertans are providing to us as the Minister of Justice prepares to unroll the plan just prior, we hope, to delivering her new baby.
First supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given the strong history of entrepreneurship and small business growth in Alberta, opportunities for the development of small and medium enterprises have been few and far between during the most recent slump in the economy. To the Minister of Economic Development and Trade, have you consulted with entrepreneurs in Alberta who are willing, able and anxious to tap into the economic opportunity of legally distributing cannabis as mandated by the federal government?
Good question.
The Honourable Member, Minister of Justice and Solicitor General.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And we've had the opportunity to speak to a wide variety of people, small businesses amongst them, entrepreneurs amongst them, security experts as well, Mr. Speaker. We just had the most successful consultation in Alberta history to hear from Albertans. We've recently published our framework going back to Albertans to make sure that we heard what they said, and we've had a very successful second round of consultations, and we hope to have more to say about that in the very near future. Thanks very much.
Second supplemental.
Mr. Speaker, given that the Alberta Party Caucus estimates show that the startup costs alone for government-run cannabis distribution would be at least $168 million, and given that the Government of Alberta reaps hundreds of millions of dollars from the private distribution of controlled substances such as tobacco and alcohol, does the Minister of Finance have an estimate of the economic impact, both in the cost to government of setting up a brand new infrastructure for retail sale of cannabis and the anticipated revenue, and if not, when can the members in this House expect an update?
$168 million. That's a lot of money.
The Honourable Minister of Justice.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And we spent a lot of time doing an enormous amount of modelling. Of course, this is a brand new market, so it's impossible for anyone to predict with absolute accuracy what the outcome is going to be, Mr. Speaker. Certainly, it is the case that those estimates were creative, and so as we move forward, we will be assessing that. But, Mr. Speaker, we're not in a position to predict with certainty because at this point they are just predictions. But we will absolutely be guided by Albertans on this matter.